Okay, so let's get into scraping Fotmob.com. So Fotmob has been one of the more difficult sites to scrape as they keep changing how they use and how they implement some anti-scraping techniques. And so it's caused a little bit of pain when it comes to actually getting around and gathering the data that we need. So let's go through how we can actually scrape Fotmob.com and get around these anti-scraping techniques. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be scraping this stats data right here. Okay, so it's going to have the shot map. It'll have different stats as well as it'll have like some player stats. It'll have the I think it has as well the momentum chart that you can see right here. It just has all the stats that are on this individual match page. And so to do this, what we are going to do is we're going to open up our network tab. So if you hit right click and then go to inspect and then come over to the network tab, okay? So this is going to be all of the APIs and endpoints that are loaded when this page loads. And so if you click around, you'll see more endpoints start to load. Okay, so like if we click on commentary, then it loads all of the ones that have to do with the commentary tab right here. So we're going to be interested in the stats. Okay, and as you can see, it loads this match details one right here. So if you go to preview, it then has all of the data that it's coming and passing in. So the content is where the shot map, for example, is going to be. It's going to also have player stats. It'll have the individual team stats as well, right? So that's where you can get all of the information, is just through this API endpoint, and you don't have to go and scrape the actual page. It makes it a lot easier because it's more structured in this dictionary or JSON format for us already, and we don't have to recreate that ourselves. And so here's what they're doing when they're actually making this API request, is they are going to this API match details endpoint, and they're giving it the match ID, which is part of the URL. Okay, so you can see that up in the URL as well, the 4506614. That is what they are passing in to get the data. So what we can do is we can recreate this request, and then we can fetch that data. The hard part of where they are blocking us, okay, is they are using this X-MOS. I don't know if that stands for Christmas or what, but they're passing in this token right here. And this token, I'm not going to get into all the nitty gritty, but it's pretty hard to recreate this token. And they're using some different hashing. They're using different keys, different ways to create this token that is unique to basically every time you come to the page. Okay, every time you load up Fotmob.com, they're recreating this token, and you need this token essentially to get past their anti-scraping methods. And so what we are going to do is I'm going to show you how we can actually get this token and then how we can get around their anti-scraping. So the first thing we're going to do is let's head over to a Jupyter Notebook. And what we need to do is we need to actually install a package that we did not have before when we set up and did the installation. And so if you know how to go back and install a package, you can go ahead and do that. Or if you want to, you can just do !pip install, okay, and then do cloud scraper like that. So this is going to install a package called Cloud Scraper. I already have it installed, so it'll just say like, oh, already satisfied, right? But if you don't have it, then it will install this Cloud Scraper package. And this is essentially going to help us get around and be a little bit more sneaky, I guess is the word for it. It's going to help us get around detection algorithms and make it look like we're not a bot when we're scraping. And so the next thing that we need to do is we just need to import our packages. So we'll just say import Cloud Scraper, and then as well import requests. And then let's go ahead, I'm just going to add some more cells, and then let's go ahead and we will copy this URL up here. So just click on it and we can copy it, or if you want to, you can hit Command C or Control C if you're on a Windows computer. That will just copy it. And then we'll just say URL equals, and then paste that in there, okay? So we just want to get this URL, and you can get rid of this colon with the tab equals stats. We just need everything right there, okay? And then we're going to say match ID equals, and then we'll do URL.split, and then we're going to split it on the pound sign, and then we'll do brackets -1. So this is going to give us this match ID. So now we don't have to manually type in the match ID. We can just give it the URL, and the match ID this code will extract the match ID for us. And so now what we need to do to get this request token, so we need to get this request token before we actually go and get this data from this endpoint. And so to do this, what we're going to do is we are going to say request underscore token equals request.get, okay? And then you're going to type in HTTP colon and then 2 forward slashes 46.101.91.154 colon 6006, and then we'll do .json, okay? And so that looks kind of funny, where you're like, okay, what on earth is this? And so if you paste this into your browser, okay, it then gives us this XMOS with the token right there. And to be 100% honest and completely transparent, I am not 100% sure what this server is. It is something that is used by a couple of other people in their GitHub code. So for example, one of them is called Soccer Data, I think. Yeah, so soccer data, and they have in here, they have the overview of data sources. So they're scraping Fotmob as well. So if you go through and you read basically the source code for this package, they're using this endpoint as well, or they're using this server to get this token, okay? So not 100% sure why exactly this does this, but I just know that it works, and so that's why I'm sharing it with you guys. This is the way to get around their scraping and recreate this token that we need. So now we have the request token, okay? So if you just print out request token, you say print request token, we now have XMOS and then the token that we need. So that is how we can get it. I tried for hours to recreate this token using Fotmob's own algorithm, and there was just slight differences in the JavaScript they were using and the Python code that we're using, and so it just doesn't recreate correctly. And so that's when I came across this server, and so we'll just use the server for now. So now what we want to do is we want to add that request token to when we make requests, okay? So we're going to, instead of doing a request like we've normally done, we're going to use Cloud Scraper with this token. So we'll say session equals cloud scraper dot create scraper, okay? And then we'll say in here, we'll say browser equals, and then in dictionary, we'll say browser is going to be Chrome. And then we'll say platform will be Linux. And then we can do mobile as false, okay? And then the next thing we want to do is we want to add this token to our request headers. So we'll say session.headers.update, and then you can do it like this, and you can just say request token, okay? So that basically added this to our headers, so it's now going to use this XMOS with the token to authenticate us as having created a session, okay? So then we can get around the anti-scraping parameters. So now getting the actual data is very simple. We'll just say params equals, and then in curly braces we'll say match ID, and then match underscore ID like that. And then we'll say response equals session.get. And then we need to basically go to and hit this endpoint right here. So this one that they're using. Okay, so we need to just copy this. So just copy the HTTPS Fotmob up to the match details before the question mark. So you can copy it and then paste it right here. So we're going to get that and then put a comma, and then we'll just say params equals params like that. And so it might take a second to run, and when it does, you can just say data equals response.json. And so now if we look at our data, as you can see, we have all of that data right here for us to then go ahead and extract. So what we're going to do is I'll show you how you can get the actual shot map data. So if you say shot map equals data content, so data content is where most of the data is going to be. And then you can do shot map and then shots like that, but don't add that extra one. So now if we look at shot map, and so now we have all the different shots. It's just a list of shots. And then it has things like the X and the Y values. It has the XG values right here. So expected goals. It has the XGOT values. And then it has different things like the X and Y coordinates of the goals as well. So where it was in the goal. And then it has who it was, okay, who was the keeper. So it has a lot of good information right there. So that is how we can load up the actual shot map. And then there's a bunch of different stuff as well. So if you do data content.keys, this will show you all the different things they have. So match facts, they have the live ticker, they have stats, player stats, lineup, table, head-to-head. Okay, so they have a bunch of different information in there. So that is how we can scrape Fotmob effectively. The key is that we are now using this token from this server right here. And so basically I've created this video and I'm showing you how we can recreate this token and how we can actually get that token. And so that is how we can scrape Fotmob. So now if you want to scrape another URL or another one, all you have to do is just go to a different match. So for example, we'll go to La Liga, and then maybe we'll go to the Real Betis Athletic Club, the Anthony Performance Masterclass. I think it was his first match for Betis. And then just copy it, okay? So just click, copy, and then you can just switch out the URL right here. And then you can just run all the cells again, okay? So we get a new request token, and sometimes it's just going to be the same. And then you just create your session, data, okay? And it just all goes through. So now we have shots. Oh, look, perfect. An Anthony miss. Fantastic. So that is essentially how we can scrape Fotmob. So now you have the code. You just need to replace the URL, and then you can just run through all that, and it should get you the data that you need. So that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one.